Good morning, Aquarius. This is Everdora from FairyDustCardReadings, and I'm here to tell you what may possibly happen um, within the next few weeks of March 2018. So, the very first card is perfect timing. So, that tells me that whatever it is that you've been thinking about, that you've been wanting to do for quite some time, um, now is the time for you to go ahead and get started. This is perfect. The universe, everything is in alignment with you to go ahead and get started. The card that's crossing it, which would naturally be a block, but since it's positive, I don't think it's a block at all. And that's the card of marriage. So some of you may be planning or thinking about getting married, or maybe wanting to pop the question. Um, Now's the perfect time to go ahead and do it. The universe, the sun, and everything is right there waiting for you. So this must be a really true love. Now, those of you who are not getting married, but you may be thinking about forming a business partnership or something like that, that's what this card could represent as well. um, it's also a perfect time for you to go ahead and start your paperwork, things like that, for starting your business. Now, this card right here, affirmation, tells me that this idea that you have that you want to implement has been on your mind for a very long time. And I think you were just waiting for the right time to go ahead and do it. And but this tells me that it says to lift up your thoughts and energy, and to attract what you desire, use positive affirmations. But this tells me that also you may have been affirming all along for a very long time, or at least if you weren't using the positive affirmations, your positive thoughts about it have been focused on this event for a long, long time. All right. Now, this card in the recent past tells me practice, practice, practice. So it says, with daily practice, you can polish your skills and talents and increase your confidence. All right. So that tells me that as far as the perfect timing is concerned, maybe the reason why you didn't ask the question in the past is because you were fearful of it and you weren't really sure if you were going to get a yes or an agreement about forming this partnership or whatever. But it's telling me right now this is the right time to go ahead and do that, because you will get what you want from this. So it tells me that you've been probably practicing verbally, maybe practicing with another person, one of your family members or somebody like that, what you're going to say to this individual here to get the partnership or the idea across to that person, or the proposal across to that person. Okay. And that is really, really good because you were practicing to get yourself ready. So now the spirit is saying, you're ready. Don't worry about it. Just go ahead and do it. Ask the question. You're good. All right. The winter is when you're thinking, this is your crowning thoughts. So you're thinking that there may be something you may need to wait until the winter, or you would like to get married in the winter, or let's take a look at it this way. This is still winter. It's March 22nd. It's the winter equinox happens on March 22nd. So we are still in winter currently right now, which tells me that you may actually get married sometime this month or by the end of the month, or your partnership will form sometime this month. If not, then it'll happen this winter, which would be December 22nd, 2018 through March 22nd, 2019. But whatever time frame it is, this is the perfect time for you to get started. Now, this is what's in front of you. It's children. So that says to me that you may be thinking of getting married because either you're pregnant or the child is already here, or something like your daughter, because this is a girl, would benefit more positively if the mother and father were married and the daughter carried the same name as the mother and father. It also says to me that you could be thinking of possibly forming like a daycare center out of the home or someplace else, or a school. That's very possible. Whatever it is, it's right in front of you, and it's going to happen within the, say, next 6 weeks to 6 months, possibly a year. But I think, well, possibly a year because of the winter card up here. Now, it's telling me down here that holiday. So you could be thinking of possibly doing it around Easter, but you don't think that Easter is a practical time because this position, the 7th position, is a negative position. So even though the card is positive, you may be thinking negatively about it. Or it's telling me that you've been working so hard that you don't think that you have enough time to take off to enjoy yourself. You need to rest. You really need the rest. So you may want to consider this, because in this negative position, it's saying that you're overworking yourself and you need a break. And maybe your mind is so focused on this event that, and in the planning stages of it, that you just haven't had any time to give your mind a break. But you have to give your mind a break because you don't want your body to break down. All right. Now, it's telling me that you need to do more research regarding this child. So that says to me that the research may be that if you're thinking of forming a daycare center or a school for girls or anything like that, then you need to get your paperwork in order. So you need to go out, find out what laws are involved in order, if you never started one before and you're just wanting to start it up, go find out what laws are involved, get the books that you need to read up on it. And don't worry, don't be afraid, just do the research, because the Spirit is saying, I want you to do this. It's telling you to do that because of the perfect timing right here. Okay? So it's okay. Don't let the laws or anything else like that frighten you, because it's all good. The Spirit is with you and wants you to go ahead and do this. So whatever legal documents, things like that you need, whatever governmental permits. I used to run a daycare center years ago. Okay, so I know there's governmental permits that are involved. So you need to make sure that you have all of those documents in order. Plus, Mercury is about to retrograde, I believe, on the 22nd or the 23rd of this month, which means that communications get delayed. So when you're doing this, you need to make certain that you know all your laws to protect yourself. Make sure all your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed. This is very, very, very important. You see, it says you need more information about this situation. Look into it further before proceeding. Okay, so if you're looking to form a partnership with somebody, even if you want to get married, just do your research. Make sure that you got whatever doctor's papers, things like that, your marriage certificate, all that stuff. Make sure that all of that stuff is in order. Okay, otherwise it's going to come back to bite you. We don't want to get bitten. We just want things to go smooth sailing. So just make sure you do your research. You'll be fine. The Spirit is with you. All right. Now, this card in the 9th position is telling me that you want to let go of something. And I kind of think because you want to form this partnership, and it may have something to do with a daycare center or a child that's not born yet, or Maybe the child is already here. But whatever it is, your work, because you're so overworked down here, because you're not taking any time to yourself, you're feeling like maybe you want to let it go so that you can put your effort into this. But you have to do that research. You have to do the research if it's that you want to quit your job before you actually let it go, because you can let it go, and it's possible you can let it go now. I'm not saying today, but sometime this month, or sometime soon here in the spring, or sometime this winter coming up. All right. And because this last card says daughter, either you have another daughter who's in agreement with you, or you want to go in a partnership with her, or this tells me more about, I think that you may be thinking of forming like a school for young girls to help them with their self-esteem and things like that to move forward in the future. So go ahead, do your research, make those plans. This is the perfect time for you, Aquarius. Thank you so very much, and I will talk to you again next month. If anyone would like a personal reading, please feel free to contact me at FairyDustCardReadings@gmail.com or 917-400-9104, and refer to this video for me, okay? And I'll be happy to set up an appointment and discuss the prices. Thank you, and have a good day.